If she's not holding you down, she's slowing you down. This is my life. I love God and I love my purpose and I love my family. These are my priorities. Would you like to join me? If not, okay, we're not aligned. Stop trying to see people for their potential or what you think they could be. People will show you who they really are, and when they do, believe them. As a man, everything that you're going through, talk to God or talk to your homies or take it to the chin, period. YouTube, what's good? It's your boy Cry. Welcome back to another vid. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. And make sure to follow me on all platforms at I Am Cry. Today we got a great one! I'm gonna share with you guys every mistake I made with women. Fellas, I am an accountable motherfucker. I am not one to point the finger. I've made plenty of mistakes with these chicks. And I do not want you to make the same mistakes I made. It doesn't matter if we are financially free. It doesn't matter if we are jacked. It doesn't matter if we are intellectual. It doesn't matter if we have charisma. It doesn't matter if we have a relationship with God. And we're a dweeb with chicks. Doesn't matter. We have to check every single box, right? You don't want to be the successful individual, this 1% man that doesn't know how to deal with women. You're setting yourself up for failure, because one thing you have to understand, when you are that 1% man, when you are checking every one of those boxes, you're a target, right? A lot of women will want you. You're enticing, right? They don't want these dweebs. They want the 1%ers. So when you're a 1%er, you have to know how to deal with them. And I'm going to share with you guys some mistakes I've made on my journey that have fucked me up. And I don't want you to make the same mistakes. So without further ado, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right into it. Number one, compromising. Man, oh man, oh man. I was continuously putting women over my purpose. I'm gonna keep on saying it. You will lose money chasing these chicks, but you will not lose chicks chasing money. I can assure you. It is a trap, right? But when I was a young dweeb, when I was a nice guy, I was putting women over my purpose. Fellas, I can't tell you the amount of times I knew I was supposed to be doing something, right? It was going to sleep on time, waking up early, hitting the gym, not kicking on the weekend, not spending money I didn't have, but doing it for a chick. Fellas, I'm single. None of these chicks are here. I did it for nothing, right? It's all for nothing, right? I should have been trying to integrate a woman within my life that could fit within where I was at that specific time, but I couldn't. I was trying to be somebody I wasn't, right? Because one thing about me, fellas, I always had game. I always could pull chicks. Even when I was a skinny dweeb, I still knew how to speak to women. I still knew how to pull chicks. So I was pulling these very beautiful, beautiful, beautiful women. And the con within that was they were so bad, and I put them on this pedestal that I always thought I had to compromise myself and always say yes to keep them. I felt that if I said no, they would leave. I was a dweeb. I had a scarcity mindset. I don't want you to do that, right? If a woman says no and she leaves, who cares? It's a billion women out here, right? But I wasn't thinking like that. I was like, damn, like every time she call, I got to answer. Every time she texts me, I got to text back. Every time she want to go out, I got to go. No, right? Women don't want that. Women do not want a yes man. Women do not want a man that they can walk over. I was a guy they could walk over. I was, not anymore. Right? Women are attracted to strength. One thing you have to understand that I didn't back then is that initial friction is okay. So like younger Cry, dweeb Cry, I just didn't want to argue with women. I didn't want there to be any tension because as a man, I don't like a lot of confrontation unless the confrontation is needed. I try to avoid it, right? I'm not trying to argue with you all day. But sometimes those arguments and that friction is necessary. Otherwise, she is going to walk all over you. If she's not holding you down, she's slowing you down. Right? And a lot of times I was sacrificing my purpose, sacrificing my standards, sacrificing the man I wanted to be for these chicks. And it set me back. It's one of my biggest regrets as a man, right? That's why I'm so strict now. Fellas, if I'm texting a chick and she complain all day that I don't hit her back, she's done. She's done. What makes you think I'm about to sit up here and text you all day? Like, what makes you think I'm not working on my craft? What makes you think I'm not being the best man I can be? First and foremost. Second of all, why are you entitled to think that I have to text you back right away? You're not my wife. You're not. I just met you. Relax. Now, if it's my girlfriend, it's a little different. But a lot of these chicks I'm dating, if they're complaining already in week one that I'm not texting them back fast enough, they're done. That is a compromise I used to make. And fellas, I want to be very careful because I'm not telling you to purposely not text these women back, purposely not communicate with these women. If you're really a 1% man and you're on your purpose, on your grind, I literally don't have enough time to right away. Now, when I do have time, I will hit you back. But you're not about to make me feel some kind of way because I didn't hit you in the time frame that you wanted me to, baby. I'm sorry. Another thing that goes along with this, fellas, is letting shit slide, right? I made this mistake. I'm not going to say any names, right? But I've been in relationships with women and things have happened in the beginning of the relationship. And I let it slide. I compromise myself. I compromise my morals. I compromise my standards for this chick, right? And one thing you have to understand, not only does she lose respect for you in that regard, but everything that you compromise backfires. Because what you have to understand about people is people do not change. In the beginning with these chicks, man, it's so important to set boundaries and set expectations from the jump. So nothing is miscommunicated and nothing is left to guess. How you allow her to treat you is how she would treat you. I can assure you. When you come into the relationship compromising, always saying yes, answering every phone call, texting back, spending money that you don't have, letting her do all that dumb shit on social media, not telling her that you're not rocking with her male friend, all that other bullshit, when you allow her to do that, brother, she's going to continue to do it because she came in a relationship and you let her do it. That's why when y'all be with these chicks and y'all watch my videos and then y'all try to go back to the relationship all alpha, she looking at you like you a dweeb because when you first met her, you wasn't doing that. She's like, who the fuck is this guy? Right? You have to step into the relationship like that. And that happened to me. Right? I was meeting women and was a nice guy. Then I learned all this game and was trying to be, alpha and stand on my ground. They're like, nigga, that's not even you. Who is this? You're a dweeb. You let me do what I want to do. You let me wear what I want to wear. You let me kick it with who I want to kick it with. You let me post what I want to post on social media. You let me call you and you answer every time. Anytime I ask you to do something, do it. You are my bitch. That's how they was looking at me because I was compromising myself. I wasn't putting myself first. I wasn't putting my purpose first. I wasn't putting my craft first. One thing you must understand, my guy, it's a trap, right? Women are hypergamous. They will always choose the best option, and I do not blame them. As a woman, you should. You should choose the best option that's going to provide for you, protect for you, and lead for you for the rest of your life, not only for you, but for your kids. I understand it. So me knowing that when you compromise yourself and you don't put yourself first and you're not maximizing your fitness, you're not maximizing your mindset, you're not maximizing your finances, you're not maximizing your intellectual skills, even if she doesn't leave you for a guy who is doing those things, she will be curious, right? She might start liking his stories, right? She might like a couple pics. He might send her a DM. She might not respond, but she might heart it, right? You don't know, right? But when you a man on your purpose, she's gonna know she got one of those ones, but you can't be a man on your purpose if you're compromising yourself for these chicks. Fellas, the right woman will align with your life. I said this before, I'm gonna say it again. It's not relationship balance, it's relationship integration. Baby, this is my life. I love God and I love my purpose and I love my family. These are my priorities. Would you like to join me? If not, okay, we're not aligned. If so, baby, come on and I promise you I'm gonna give you the fucking world and love the fuck out of you. But if you cannot, we are not aligned. I didn't have the balls to say that when I was a young dweeb. Make sure that you do. Please. I was compromising myself even from a timeline perspective, man. Like, I let women convince me into moving in with them. I let women convince me into being in relationships with them. All type of shit, bro. Knowing I wasn't ready for no relationship. Knowing I didn't want to live with these chicks because I didn't have any balls, right? I was compromising myself to make her happy, right? Thinking that if I said no, she would not like me. And thinking that that was the best and baddest chick that I could get. I was 100% wrong, and I don't want you to make the same mistake. Fellas, I'm not saying that you're the catch, she's the catch. The relationship is the catch. There is no catch. You guys combining together to be one. That is the catch. But what I'm saying is, you have to come first. When you compromise yourself for these chicks, not only are you setting your life back as a man, but she's going to lose respect for you. Respect is more important than love. Respect is more important than loyalty. Respect is more important than sex. Respect is the most important component in a relationship. I can assure you, because when a woman respects you, she will love you. She will respect you. The sex will be immaculate, right? But she's not going to respect you if you continuously compromise yourself and be a 99% dweeb and don't know how to put her in her place. I don't give a fuck what women say. They love a man who has some oomph to him. If you don't have no oomph, you're a dweeb. Women don't want no bitch. They don't want another them. They want a man. Sometimes as a man, you have to put a woman in her place and stop compromising yourself. Learn how to say no. I didn't know how to do that. I hope that you do. I was trying to be this perfect guy. There is no perfect guy. There's not. There's no perfect guy. Even when you try to be perfect, you're not going to be perfect. Everybody has flaws. And one thing you have to understand about women, regardless of what they say, they don't want a perfect guy. I can assure you. Stop listening to what women say and watch what they do. Period. If they wanted a perfect guy, why wasn't they ex-perfect? You ever notice that if they want a perfect guy, why isn't their baby father perfect? You ever notice that? They don't want a perfect guy. They don't. A lot of times with women, it's a man's rough edges that is attracted to them. They like the imperfections. They like a man that knows how to put her in her place. Respectfully. Not that dweeb cussing out, yelling shit, putting your hands on her. No, not none of that bullshit. Respectfully putting a woman in her place like, baby, that's not flying over here. Baby, we not doing that. Period. You got to know how to do that as a man. And I wasn't doing that. I was compromising myself. Don't make the same mistake I did. Number 2, not leading, right? When I was a young skinny dweeb messing with these chicks, I did not know how to lead. I was not leading a woman anywhere, I could assure you. What you gotta understand about women, man, to a certain extent, and I always say this, women are like little kids. Like women, ideally, bro, women do not wanna think when they with you, man. Even with the smallest things. A woman asks you where we eat and just tell her. Do not say it's up to you. Do not ask a woman where she wants to eat. Do not have women planning dates. Do not have women thinking, period. Women do not want to think at all, bro. When a woman is with you, fellas, and this is a major gym, like literally she wants to turn her brain off. She doesn't want to think. Have the date plan. Have the day plan. Any problem she has, have a solution. Younger dweeb crowd wasn't doing that, bro. I wasn't, right? I'm like, what you want to eat? When am I seeing you? Can I come over? No! You can come to my house. I'll be there at 7:30. We about to do X, Y, and Z today. You with me today, right? I'm the leader. But younger crowd was letting these women lead. Why? You fucking dweeb. Stop it! I also was not leading by example, right? This is something I had to learn as a young man as well. In my last relationship, I did a great job of leading by example. My last girlfriend was a business owner. She was very ambitious. She would always complain, oh, I don't have enough time to do this. I don't have enough time to do that. I said, baby, you should start waking up at 5 a.m. You can get an extra 2 hours and then you don't have time to do X, Y, and Z. First, she didn't want to do it. Then she saw me getting up every day at 5 a.m. recording YouTube videos and she saw my channel growing. So she's like, holy fuck. If my man is doing it, I need to do it as well. So she started waking up early. Same thing with the gym. She was slacking off in the gym. She sees me going every fucking day, regardless how I feel. So she's going to the gym. This is why I always say the woman that you attract is a reflection of you as a man. Right? Because when you are leading by example, when a woman sees you on your purpose, when a woman sees you have high character, you stand on morals and principles, you're in shape, your money is right, you're smart, you're charismatic, everything is in line, you treat people with respect, she's not gonna have any choice but to just want to be a good person, want to be a feminine woman, want to lean in your masculinity and fall back in her feminine frame, right? The reason that a lot of these chicks be masculine is because we're feminine dweebs. If there was more masculine men, there would be more feminine chicks. Let's keep it a beam. Of course, yes, there's some very, very masculine women. Of course, I know. But if every man was masculine, there would be more feminine chicks. These women be masculine because they don't trust you to lead, right? You're a dweeb. Anytime she comes to you with a problem, you say, I don't know. She asks you what you want to eat. You say, I don't know, baby. It's up to you. You have no provision. She does not feel safe. And this even goes back to the compromising aspect, right? If a woman can say whatever she wants to you, disrespect you, lie to you, raise your voice at you, and you don't put her in her place, why the fuck would she think you will put another man in his place if he disrespect her? She not gonna feel safe around you, my nigga. You're a dweeb. She doesn't feel protected. She doesn't feel secure in your leadership. It's your job as a man, and I want to be very careful. I'm speaking about women that you are in a relationship with. These chicks that y'all be dating, doing your 1-2 with, no, right? I'm talking about quality women that you are with. It is your job to lead. It is your job to push the relationship in the right direction. It is your job, baby. We need to save this money amount so we can do this. Baby, we need to not do that so we can do this. Baby, we not eating out so we can do this. That is your job, not hers. I used to depend on these chicks to do this. I remember I was dating an older chick, man. And as I look back on it, I was what, like 19? She was like 23. And this chick was paying for everything. She was paying for all the groceries. She was taking me out to eat. She was taking me out of town. Like, I was the bitch, right? And when I look back and I think about different arguments and I think about different disagreements, she had no respect for me. Why would she? She was paying for everything. She was the man. Even though I was a young nigga, I was a skinny dweeb, she was the man. She was the masculine person in the relationship. I had no authority. I had no respect. I was not leading. And from that point forward, I never made that mistake again. Even the small things, fellas, when you go to a restaurant, always face the door. That way, if something jump off, you can protect her, right? Even when you're walking on the sidewalk, make sure you're on the right side and she's on the left. Protect her from the streets. It's the little things. She wants to feel safe, but she's not going to feel safe if you're not a leader, you fucking dweeb. Lock in. Stop being a little boy. Be a man. Younger crowd was a little boy. Not anymore. And I do not want you guys to make the same mistake. One last thing that goes along with this is being a man of your word. Stop saying, baby, I'm going to buy you this. Stop saying, baby, we're going to do this. Baby, I'm going to take you here. Baby, this, baby, that. But not doing it. Not keeping your word as a man is one of the worst things you can do in regards to leadership. Women hate that, I can assure you. Women love a man when they say they're going to do something, they do it. If you cannot do it, fellas, do not say you're going to do it. It's the mistake I used to make. Baby, shorty asked me, can we do this weekend? I say yes. And knowing that I'm not, knowing I'm recording a YouTube video. No! If you don't know, say, baby, we'll see. I'll let you know. But do not say yes if you're not going to do it. They hate that. And they lose respect. That is not leadership. That is not masculine. That is feminine. That is dweeb behavior. Stop! Do not do it. Keep your word as a man and she'll respect you. Respect is everything. Number 3, romantic. Man, I don't know why for some odd reason, fellas, like I thought chicks thought like me. Like I'm more of a laid back, low maintenance, you know what I'm saying? Like for my birthday, fellas, I really don't do much. Like I'll go out to eat maybe. I'll stay in the house. I like to work. I like to chill. I'm very low key. And for some reason, I thought women were just like me. I was wrong, right? Fellas, I don't give a fuck if you have the most modest women. I don't. Every woman likes to do stuff and every woman likes nice things. You have to be romantic. You cannot be a boring dweeb. Women hate boring dweebs. This is a huge mistake I used to make, even recently, right? In my last relationship, I can say I could have been more romantic. I could look in the mirror and say that. I could have been more spontaneous. I could have been more fun. With women, you have to dramatize things. Like some of y'all doing that same sex position you was doing the first week you met her. Getting on top of her, telling her you're about to bust it and going to lay over. She's bored. She knows what's coming. Do something new. Be romantic. Also, stop going so fast in that pussy. Slow the fuck down. Sometimes she wants you to make love to her, doggy. Sometimes she wants you to talk to her, doggy. Sometimes she wants you to kiss her slow. You're going too fast. You're fucking like a rabbit. Be romantic. Right? Come home, have some candles lit, right? Pick her up, have some roses in the passenger seat, my nigga. Right? Send her some DoorDash to work. Right? Have something planned out for the weekend. Do a picnic. You don't have to break the bank to be romantic. This is a mistake a lot of guys think as well. You think you have to go to Nobu and Perry's Steakhouse to be romantic. You don't. Do not have to break the bank to be romantic, at least with the correct woman. Now, if you're with the wrong woman who's very materialistic, it's gonna be how much you spend and what you get her. The most feminine and quality women that I had in my life that maybe I fumbled the bag with, it doesn't matter what I did, they were appreciative. Doesn't matter the money amount, as long as there were effort and thought, they loved it. That's how it should be. So fellas, I want you to know you don't have to break the bank to be romantic. It is the small things, I can assure you. Right? But don't be a boring dweeb. Women hate that. You got to think about it from a woman's perspective. Women watch all these movies, all these love shows, and they want that. They're like, I want that in my real life. Sometimes you have to dramatize it. 48 Laws of Power talks a lot about this, right? So yes, to us, you may not be like that, cry. You fucking dweeb. Yeah, you might not need to come in the house, rip her clothes off, have the candles lit, have the red lights on, have the R&B playing. You might not need all that, but she does. So do it. They love that. They do not want a boring dweeb. When women do cheat, fellas, I can assure you it is because they are bored. I promise you. If you're spontaneous and you're exciting and she doesn't know what to expect and you're romantic, brother, she's never going to get tired of you. You are that guy. I can assure you. Fourth mistake I made is ignoring red flags, man. Man, oh man, oh man. Whew! Fellas. And this is not even with women, man. This is people. Who people show you they are in the beginning, that is who they are. People do not change, right? Stop having sympathy for people and stop trying to see people for their potential or what you think they could be. People will show you who they really are, and when they do, believe them, right? The mistake I used to make is I used to try to see the good in these women when they were showing me who they were, right? I knew who Shorty was off the first phone conversation. I knew who Shorty was when she first lied to me. I knew who Shorty was when I found out who her ex was. I knew who Shorty was when mutual friends told me about her. I knew who she was and I still accepted it. I said, you know what, let me experience it for myself, man. Oh, it's early in the relationship. Let me give her another chance. Chance. L. Do not do it. Believe these women for who they are, even from an aspect of social media. Fellas, I can look at a woman's social media and know who she is off the first fucking 2 scrolls. I'm not ignoring the red flags. Baby, if you're provocative on social media, I'm not cuffing you. Period. Why the fuck would I cuff you? Why would I make you exclusive and see some shit that all 10,000 of your followers get to see for free? Why the fuck would I do that? Why? Right? You already showed me who you are. Okay, baby. You are the have fun, date, do my 1-2, I'm good category. You're not the take home to mom, cuff, marry category. You're not. Believe these chicks when they show you who they are. The biggest mistake I made with this is I would meet women and they would show me initially that they were pulling me away from my purpose and that they did not support my craft. And I still kept them in the picture. Like, maybe they'll get it. Maybe she'll start supporting me. Maybe she'll realize that I'm really sacrificing for not only myself, but our future. But they didn't. They did not. They showed me in the beginning that they wanted all my time and attention and they didn't give a fuck about my purpose, even though I told them, like, baby, this is really important with me. I got to stay focused. And they said, okay. But their actions didn't show that. I ignored the red flags. Also, I met women's family. You could tell a lot about a woman's family, brother. You want to know a lot about a woman? Look at her mom. Ding, ding, ding. I can assure you, right? I meet chicks, I meet their mom. Their mom is nuts. But I ignore it, right? Because she just so bad, or the sex is so good, or I'm trying to see the potential in her. Ain't no fucking potential, bro. People are who they are. Accept it and move the fuck on. Stop having a scarcity mindset. Younger Dweeb Cry had a scarcity mindset. I accept women for who they are, right? Believe it. As soon as you meet them, they're not going to change. Number 5, wrong timing. So these kind of go hand in hand, right? Red flags, I was pointing the finger. Now I'm pointing the finger back at me. Cry. Stop dating these chicks when you're locked in on your purpose. Stop dating these chicks when you don't have enough time for them. Stop dating these chicks when you can't give them enough attention. Stop dating these chicks when you really want to be outside. Stop dating these chicks when you're not over your ex, right? Wrong timing. Take some accountability as a man. I know that I'm not the only one who did it, right? Stop dating these chicks. Stop entertaining these chicks when you're not ready, right? Sometimes these chicks be looking for relationships. Sometimes these chicks, they be having expectations of you and you're not really going to give that. Stop it. Timing is everything, man. Some of the women I met was just at the wrong time. Some of them was the right woman. It was just the wrong time, right? I know at this phase of my life, I am not the guy that is going to text you every single day right away. I'm not the guy that's going to take you out every weekend. I'm not the guy that's going to fall asleep on the phone. I'm not. I'm putting my purpose first right now. I'm at a phase of my life when everything is on an upward trajectory and I have to focus with 100% of my ability. If you want to come on this journey with me in the passenger seat, that is fine. But I can assure you, if I'm swerving and I'm not staying on course to my destination, you have to go. A lot of times I was trying to bring her on the passenger seat with me in the car and I was swerving, but I was still trying to get there, thinking I was still going to get there. I wasn't. She was pulling me off course, right? But I was letting her because I knew it wasn't the right time. It wasn't her fault. It was my fault, right? Why am I even with this chick? Why am I dating this chick? Why am I texting this chick when I know I'm not really trying to be cuffed up right now? I know I'm not. I'm trying to be outside, right? I'm trying to like her on my grind. Right? Whatever the case may be, stop doing it, bro. You're wasting her time and yours. You're setting yourself up for failure, right? If you are going to deal with the chick and you are on your purpose or you want to be outside, keep it a buck with her. The real P's that I know, they don't lie to these women. Stop lying to these chicks. If you don't want to be in a relationship, let her know. I can assure you, if she liked you, it's not going to matter, right? It's not. You don't have to lie to these chicks, bro. Just be yourself and everything will fall into place. Last but not least, opening up, man. What you got to understand about women is there's no conditional love. There's not. The only unconditional love you're going to get is from your mother. The only woman that you can open up to is your mother. These women do not give a fuck. I don't care if it's your wife. I don't care if it's your girlfriend for 10 years. They do not give a fuck. They're thinking about themselves as they should. They're chicks, right? So the worst thing you could do as a man is open up and show weakness and complain to a chick or open up to a chick or vent to a chick. They don't give a fuck. And I can assure you, even if they do, they're going to lose respect for you. Because one thing you have to understand, in the moment, they want to be there for you. They want to be nurturing for you. But over time, they lose respect. Women are attracted to strength, not weakness. When you are venting and you are complaining and when you are opening up, that is a sign of weakness. How can she expect you to lead? How can she expect you to be this guy? How can she expect you to provide and protect when you are complaining just as much as her? She's the guy. She's being there for you. She doesn't want that. She wants you to be there for her. Now, I know there will be some women in the comments like, oh my God, Cry, shut up. No, we're not. We want to be there for a man. Okay, baby. Okay. Whatever. Whatever you say, shorty. But fellas, I can assure you, it's not how it works. It's not. You have to be a man. You have to take shit to the chin. Let's leave the venting, the complaining, and the opening up to chicks. Let's leave that to our daughters. Let's leave that to our moms. Let's be men. As a man, everything that you're going through, talk to God or talk to your homies or take it to the chin. Period. They do not care. Right? And even if they do care, because some women do care. They'll care, but I'm trying to tell you, they will hold it against you, fellas. This could have been number 7, the mistake I made. Do not go through a fucking phone. I've never went through a phone in my life, and I went through a phone with one chick. Fellas, oh my fucking God. It changed my fucking life. Do not go through a phone, right? I went through a phone, man. I had opened up this chick. I go through the phone. Everything that I had opened up to shorty about, she telling her mom. She telling her friends, right? They laughing. They being sarcastic with shit I was really going through. I was going through a depressed time. I opened up to shorty about it. She telling her friends. She telling her family, right? All type of shit. I'm not going to get too specific in the situation, but fellas, you can't open up to these chicks, bro. You can't, right? Now, if there's a woman out there that disagrees, and she's feminine and she's beautiful and she believes in God and she's purpose driven, come here and prove me wrong. But based on my experiences so far, that is what I believe. Let's stop doing it, right? Just be a man, bro. It is what it is. You got to be a man. We're men. We're not chicks. Take it to the chin and move on. Stop venting to these girls. You look like a dweeb. I can assure you, be a man. I even had my homie asked a chick for some bread, right? In a relationship with a chick, he asked a chick for some bread. Him and the girl end up breaking up. She on social media like, I loaned this nigga money. Let this nigga use my car. This nigga was really broke. All types of shit, bro. Like, some of these women be grimy, man. Not all of them, but some of them. In the darkest times of your life, bro, God, your mom, and your homies. That's it. That's it. That's it, bro. You can't trust it. You can't be vulnerable. You can't be weak. That's unattractive. Women don't want another them. They want a man. Men are strong. Right? So stop being a dweeb and opening up to these chicks. It's ruining you. So these are the 6 mistakes that I made with women, fellas. I love women to death, right? This is never going to be one of those channels where we talk shit about women, but I've made some mistakes, right? And I don't want you guys to make the same mistakes. As I mentioned before, we can't be this 1% man and be a 99% dweeb with chicks. We must move and act accordingly so we can be 1% in that regard as well, right? So don't just take in the information, put it into action immediately. But that's the video for today. I love y'all. Peace.